Hey there, everybody. So when you're going through life situations, you have a choice whether to panic or to be empowered. When you panic, you lose your power. When you choose power, you choose peace, and you choose poise, and you choose calmness. That's why we're always encouraged not to panic, but to be calm. Why? Because in calmness is your strength. Scripture declares that in quietness and in trust and confidence shall be your strength. So when we're going crazy and responding and reacting to the craziness around us with the same attitude of craziness, we lose our power. When we respond with a poised disposition of inner anchoring, we enter the zone of power. Why? Because power cannot flow through us if we constrict it by fear. Fear happens. But do you know how many times in the Bible when there are fear-based situations that are occurring in people's lives, the response from heaven is fear not? Over and over and over again. The constant call from heaven is fear not, fear not. Why? Because when we're encountering situations that would tend to make us fearful, if we lean into the fear, we constrict the power source of spirit within us that could enable us to glide right out of that negative situation into the victory. But if we lean into the fear and if we negate our spiritual power source, what we do is we constrict the possible solutions that could appear, and we are then no longer able to live into the realm of victory that is ours. Did you know the realm of victory is for you? The realm of victory is secured for you. But in order for it to be actualized in your life experience, in order for it to be worked out in the body of your affairs, you've got to exercise a spiritual force called faith. And what is that? It has different functions and different activities at different moments of our lives. So you can have faith for one area and be deficient in another area. And that is why we've got to build our spiritual capacity to walk in the realm of spirit by seeing a victorious outcome and planting ourselves with victorious words and rooting ourselves with victorious images and enrapturing ourselves with the victorious subjective feeling. And from this anchoring of repeated cultivation, of repeatedly causing these things to be stirred in our depths, we are preparing the space for divine happenings in the world around us. Through us. Do you know that when God works in the world, God works through human beings? So many people say, well, God's going to do whatever God's going to do. Well, that's not necessarily congruent always with spiritual law, because spiritual law and the laws of consciousness and the laws of belief show us that the power and the ability and the nature of God function through the outlet of humankind. We are an inlet and an outlet of divine energy, and the divine energy is constricted or flowing freely through our own inner thought, belief, and feeling, and response and reaction to everything that goes on around us. And this is the importance of sowing good seeds within us so that we are able to meet life in a victorious state, as opposed to meeting life with the same hysteria that tries to come at us. We've got to remember our inner anchoring. So as you go forward today, remember your inner anchoring. Greater is the one that lives in you than anything going on in the world. Would you repeat that to yourself? Greater is the spirit source in me than any kind of hysteria going on in the world. Listen, I want you to begin to take back the authority that you've been given. You were sent to the earth with a spiritual authority to meet life in a higher zone, from a higher realm than what life presents itself as. Because oftentimes we are duped into thinking that life is only rooted in what our physical eyes can see or what our natural senses can perceive. But you are not limited to the confines of natural perception, because you have a spiritual capacity to perceive beyond what is just going on around you. And you activate it and you actualize it when you visualize the victory. So that's the message for us today. Visualize the victory and let yourself be rooted in that reality. And from there, you can meet life victoriously. When you operate and flow in peace, when you function in poise, when you go forward in calmness, therein is your strength. Visualize your victory and go forward in strength. If this is a blessing to you today, I invite you to go to my website, jasonpowell.faith, and give me your name and your email so that we can stay connected and you can receive more material like this. And you may also go to the YouTube channel and subscribe there. It's a pleasure to be able to have conversation and dialogue through this medium today. God bless you and much love. Bye-bye.